right now, or until quite recently, maybe as recently as last year, there's a lot of expectation that the PRC would be able to pour money into BRI projects. However, we also realize that the PRC economy itself is maturing. Its growth is slowing. So the PRC has moved the emphasis on the of its BRI project from these big projects to what they call small and beautiful. So what sort of effects do you think that this shift might have on BRI projects going on in Southeast Asia in future? Do you think that would change the tenor of anything? Any thoughts?
About small and beautiful, I think like because of this slowdown in China, then China also becomes more careful in terms of financing big infrastructure development project. And they also try to change the narrative, right? Like to align more with the global kind of like vision or like aspirations, like sustainable development goals. To some extent, they try to look more meaningful or engagement with regards to the global narrative as a pretext, to shift from big infrastructure projects to a smaller one, because they want to contribute more in terms of like this low-hanging fruit cooperation, something like that. And I think like it's still appreciated because I think the development financing needs like in the region is still massive. Regardless, so if like China cannot provide anymore, like in terms of like the financing for big infrastructure project, at least China can also help the Southeast Asian countries like to, for example, to transition to like a greener economy or somehow like more sustainable somehow environment among others. But what concerns me is actually whether like China's slowing economy will impact its behavior in regional hotspots, like in the South China Sea or like in the Taiwan Strait. I think we need to see what kind of like implications from the growing economy